What are you guys are you doing? Let's do another pick up. Today is going to be what's happening. I like to do this on Mondays, but you know, it doesn't have to be. Whenever you watching this video, whether you resonate or not, that's going to be the story. Okay, we do 2 parts and then we develop. We do a lot of decks and oracle today. Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Part number 1, what's happening? So everything is falling down. Okay, right, temperance, death. Don't be scared. 1111 for once. Holy Mother God. Well, that is powerful. When you have 1111 is generally twin flame, it is you knowing that that person is yours. It doesn't matter the context, doesn't matter any kind of stories around it, you just know. And once you met that person, you can't really shake it off, right? Any other person, which is a whatever, is didn't work out, fine, whatever. Not this one. So that could end up by a marriage, but also it could be you being congratulated, having that promotion, receiving that prize, receiving a promotion like it's massive, like you didn't even think you could ever have it. It's quite something exceptional, okay? Of course, you learn how to balance yourself through that process, and maybe your person as well, and the situation altogether. But you have to balance yourself, the person balance themselves, then you balance each other, but you go piano, piano. That doesn't really resonate with speed. This one is kind of slow, but because you have to learn how to balance, and if you're balancing a twin flame, is a lot to balance. Okay, so also what could have happened is like you have a death, which is the end of something, beginning of something else, or restarted the connection but in a different energy now, with a different context, with a different understanding. Is a rebirth. So you may have tried to say, well, I can't do this is too much, I can't, and oh no, I'm giving up, okay, I can't do this, okay, fine. But then you can't forget them, you balance yourself, they balance themselves, they come back, what's going on here? We can be together? Yes, maybe we can, but with a different version of who we truly are. Interesting. So the death card is a bit brutal in the approach, because something really have to end. If they met you and and you were with someone else, or they were with someone else, and then they had to realize, oh my God, I'm with the wrong person, you are my person. So it has to, something has to change, transform, and I would say, so it's more than change, it has to really transform. I wish I could take back my words. Yeah, maybe that's what happened. There was an explosion. Because there's no forget, before temperance, what happened generally is judgment. Judgment is when you purging yourself, you go to the core of the situation, you go to the core of yourself. And that is not pleasant. So maybe, yeah, you had to say some words or hear some words that was not really pretty. It was really horrible, actually. But yeah, now you're tackling the situation. You're tackling the problem, all right? So, but with the sense of temperance, you have a sense of longevity as well, wisdom. Everything has a place and purpose. To be wise is to have great love, tolerance, and compassion for all things. Well, through a twin flame, oh yes, you're gonna work on your wisdom, let me tell you, because so many things you probably will swear, I'm never gonna do this, it will never happen to me, blah blah blah. Well, yeah, never say never, we know the story, don't we? Yes, it's gonna be something that's gonna you know, you're gonna have to say, well, I have to rethink all of that, I have to give some thought to this situation. It's really not your common story, absolutely not. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Yeah, because when you're gonna be obviously getting married, we know the story, but when you're gonna go back to your twin or find your twin, it may be challenging, but you know it's for the better. And also because you learn so much about yourself, about relationship, about everything in between. Now you feel like you're peaceful now. Now is a honeymoon where you can chill. You can chill. And also because you know this is your person. Once you know, regardless what happened, regardless what we've been through, we're still connecting. The level of your love between you two, or the knowing that you're going to do something that's going to be a legacy, going to leave that behind you, nothing will stop you. You will go on and to the end. Health, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Yeah, you're going to look after yourself, all those kind of things. Yeah, it goes with that saying, you know, you're going to balance as well your way of eating, your way of sleeping. It's all about balancing, finding a new way. So health, of course, health is very important. Maybe now You're not gonna, play with your health. You're gonna be more respectful because you're wiser. We worked on wisdom here. So, you see things on a different angle, I would say. Okay, so raise or promotion. What did we say? Congratulations, an increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. Here you go. We knew that. So yes, you're going to look after your body, look after your mind. You're going to carry on because now the promotion is here. No self-sabotaging. No, not this time. Not this time. So you learn that you deserve it all. Absolutely. And what's not to like here? So, really what is it all about here is to balance yourself. Have a being reborn and understand yourself better, understand your, maybe your boundaries better. All of those things are very important to your well-being, and it's not just physical well-being, it's emotional and the rest of it. So you're learning to balance yourself, balance each other, going piano, learning that this is long-term here. I can't just say, oh, it never happened. You will not forget that one, I'm telling you. So being reborn, but better. Okay, so that's beautiful for this week. So pile number 2 is happening. 5 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, and the Tower. Interesting. Did we not talk about the Tower? Anyway, moving on. Yes, you have a knowing that is either that position is yours, that promotion is yours, or knowing that you are meant to be together. You have the knowing for a very long time, even though you went through no communication maybe for a very long time, or very difficult moment together or apart. You have that knowing we belong together. Plus number 5 is a sense of, do I turn right, do I turn left? I'm in a crossroad. What am I going to do? Which way am I going to go? The thing is, you have a wish granted, so whatever you were wishing for, it is coming, and we are one step away from the 10 of Cups, happy ever after. What's not to like? But of course, it could have been a transformation. You may have had the wrong foundation in this connection or in this work. Now we're going to start from the beginning again, but with stronger foundation. So there is a rebirth, which is beautiful. A bit in your face, but it is important. You having a rebirth because the old ways was not working anymore. You have to accept, I'm not doing what I want to do. I'm not happy, or I'm not successful. There is a different way. Okay, so I left you before you could leave me. Yeah, maybe that was it. I can't be happy, so I have to self-sabotage. But that self-sabotage will teach both of you something. You will both have to work on your boundaries, on your worth, very much so. So it is interesting. This is a process, I always say, but that's true. Somehow we will meet again, or that I have to work on this. I'm not ready yet, but there is something there. Absolutely. Do it now. Don't put it off any longer. Have courage. Listen to your intuition, for it is the guiding voice of your soul. Yes. Somehow that even if it's not working at the moment, maybe you're being separated, maybe everything has to come to an explosion, somehow it will happen. Will we meet again? We have that knowing. But don't procrastinate about what to do. If you want a wish granted, you're going to have to do the work. Look at yourself in the mirror. What do you stand for? And therefore, what do you accept and what should you not accept? You have to be clear-minded now. What do we have? Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type or end expectation. Doesn't matter. You have the knowing. Doesn't matter the context, doesn't matter at all. But you know that the main problem was the foundation was not strong enough. So you had to work again about yourself, on yourself, or about each other. But at the end, you have a wish granted. So yes, it might not have started the best way possible. It may have been a little bit complicated at times, yes, but that forced you to ask yourself those questions and to rebuild a proper tower this time. Adversity, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn, bingo. You had to go through this to reset, to discover who you are. You also had to have that knowing and realizing, I do know, will we end up together? That against all the storms and all the adversity you can ever think of. but you have that knowing. Oh, absolutely. No bueno here. But it is a journey because you're learning about yourself, you're learning about each other. Maybe the context have changed now, but you know, regardless, okay? Partnership. Allow healthful, supportive partnership into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. Yeah, you don't have to do it alone. At the end of the day, you know about each other. It's not like a big shock, but you know as well that eventually we will come back together after we understand certain things. In the meantime, you might learn and have wish granted in different area of your life, learning about yourself. All those lessons come together for you to be more in tune with yourself and therefore more in tune with each other. So what is not to like? Partnership, you don't have to do it all alone. You can read some books, you can watch some videos, whatever. You learn from everything, everywhere, all the time. But realize that, okay, we have something solid regardless where we stand, regardless the state of our relationship. We have something solid because at the end of the day, we have a wish granted. So on this note, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.